All right, so let's get into the top first-round targets for the Dallas Cowboys. Dez Bryant era over. Is it time for wide receiver?
Well, they're going to go one early. Maybe not in round one. I don't think it's quite set in stone, but I think that wide receiver is the route they're going to look. I think linebacker, the other big area. I don't think they'll go guard in round one. I think they'll try and get one in round two. If it's not receiver or linebacker, it would be because a guy like Vita Vea fell to them. Now, they did have interest in Vita, but I think in the end, he's just not going to be on the board for the Dallas Cowboys. And that's the issue for me, is that I love him. You know how I feel about Vita. He's one of my top 10 players this year, but I don't think he falls to 19. So that is the dream pick for the Cowboys. Right. Don't think he's there, though. Some of the more realistic ones, perhaps, though, let's talk about two receivers. DJ Moore, first up. The Cowboys like him. Came in bigger than expected at the Combine. Was a real surprise there. His athletic profile is almost identical to Sammy Watkins. Now, he didn't go downfield as much at Maryland, but can because, as you can confirm, Maryland's quarterbacks were terrible.
Yes.
DJ Moore, fun fact, is the first wide receiver since Hakeem Nicks to have 1,000 receiving yards, while his best quarterback didn't throw for 1,500.
That's not surprising.
So all of Maryland's receiver production went to DJ Moore. I think he's a better route runner than some give him credit for. He gets open. He's good after the catch. He is a very good Dak-friendly wide receiver. Maybe one who's not quite as Dak-friendly is Courtland Sutton. And if you really want to get a quote-unquote X wide receiver, Sutton kind of fits that mold there. So we mentioned Sutton here. He's bigger than DJ Moore or Calvin Ridley, who was the first guy off this list, by the way. But Sutton, as it just came out today, has an official 30 visit for the Cowboys. And the Cowboys want a bigger-bodied wide receiver to kind of fill that Dez Bryant role. Sutton becomes the guy. I think he has great size and athletic ability. He had really good three-cone drills, a great agility there, but he's raw. He won Cam by just being bigger and faster than those other receivers, other cornerbacks SMU would always play.
What about the Cowboys fans who I know will complain, but Sutton is Dez Bryant 2.0? What do you think?
I mean, that's kind of a similar place. I don't think it's an ideal comp, but if you want a true Dez Bryant replacement, as a guy that's bigger, can out-leap players, can win as an X receiver, that's where I think it makes the most sense. And I would not go Sutton. I would go with Ridley or DJ Moore. Those are my top two receivers. But Sutton is well deserving of a first-round pick. I think he goes somewhere in round one as well.
All right.
It could be to the Cowboys.
Let's take a look at one of the premier athletes among all the prospects, Leighton Vander Esch.
Cowboys really like Vander Esch, and I've heard from many a Cowboy fan who does not want Vander Esch because, he's an athlete, not quite a football player yet, but he was off the charts measurably at the Combine. It was truly incredible how productive he was from an athletic standpoint. It was unreal and productive from a statistical standpoint. 141 tackles. Someone told me Vander Esch was a bum, and I'm kind of like, look, you don't get to be a bum after putting up 141 tackles at Boise.
Yeah, who says that?
He's not a bum by any means, but he does just have the 1 year as a starter, some issues taking on blockers, so I get why some don't want Vander Esch, but he fits what the Cowboys want at linebacker, a freak athlete that can play the middle as well. If Vander Esch is on the board, he very well might be the pick for the Cowboys in round one.
All right, perhaps a safer pick at linebacker, Rashaan Evans out of Alabama.
I don't think he's not the same athletic guy that Vander Esch is, but I think he is a better football player right now. And for whatever reason in recent years, Cam, we've seen the Alabama linebackers slide a little bit, or Alabama defensive players slide. Jonathan Allen slid. Foster slid for, now we know why he slid. Yeah. Rashaan Evans, maybe he slides just a little bit. He's going to be an instant impact linebacker. 19 might be a little bit early, but I don't think it's that much of a reach. So I think I saw this in the comments as well. I would like if the Cowboys traded down. Trade down, get another top 100 pick, and then move back up in round two. That's what I would do.
All right, so what's the bigger need out there for the Dallas Cowboys? Wide receiver or linebacker? Give us a heart for wideout, a laughing face for LB. Tom?
Trick question, it's nose guard, but the Cowboys aren't going to value the nose guard in the same way, so I think their mindset of their biggest need right now, I think it might be a receiver. Because you cut Dez Bryant, so your top receivers are now Terrence Williams, Allen Hurns, and Cole Beasley. You and Buffalo got the two worst receiving corps in the NFL. It's not good right now for Dallas.
All right, let's summarize Tom's first-round targets for the Dallas Cowboys. Vita Vea, DJ Moore, Courtland Sutton, Leighton Vander Esch, and Rashaan Evans there.